Good morning, everybody. As you can tell, it is still pitch dark outside. It's currently 5:30 in the morning, but it's York Day. So let's start heading to York. Make sure to use code RJTRAINS at trains.com for $10 off any order $50 or more.
Hook up this morning between 8:30 and 9. Just get your
Best known for reviving low-tech brands and being
physical service. When it comes to home heating oil, it's Sloan.
will go up tonight on Broadway musicals. I think it's sad for everybody.
Well, good morning from the New Jersey-Pennsylvania border. I've been going for a little over 2 hours now. I've got about 2 hours or so left. And now that it's daylight, I figured it's about time I actually talk to you guys for real. So, very exciting. Maybe this will actually be the York where I film a proper vlog. But currently I'm on my way to the Round the Clock Diner, which is kind of like the unofficial pre-meet meeting point for everybody. I'm gonna get breakfast with my buddies, Chris from RJTRAINS, as well as Jason from JD Stucks. Very much looking forward to seeing them and hanging out with them, because the York Train Show is really the only time that we're able to get together throughout the year. So very excited for that. Big announcement today coming from Sunset Models. I'll be there and we'll see that later in the video. Maybe my sweatshirt will give a little hint as to what it is. But yeah, all right, I've got to get back on the road. I left a little late this morning, so yeah, all right, roll out. And just like that, a little over 4 hours later, I've made it to the Round the Clock Diner. Unfortunately, there's some traffic, so I'm still waiting for Jason and Chris to get here. Heck of a drive, a lot more traffic than I was expecting, but we made it. We made it to York. It's gonna be a great time. I'll be honest here, I did not film a ton on the first day, just because I was enjoying myself talking to people. So I don't have a ton of footage, but I did make sure to get footage of the third rail announcement.
Next year, I buy Oakley, we got to hang a track in one of those. It is but one's beautiful.
Tell me that, you know, the Royal Hudson was on my list for customers.
RJ, I got your phone.
Yeah!
Mike, okay. So I appreciate everybody coming out today. My name's Jay. I'm the new one in charge of Sunset Models Third Rail in Golden Gate Depot. And I've been teasing this announcement that was coming out where, like I like to say, it's not just the next generation of Third Rail, it's also the next generation of, maybe if it'll work? Come on.
Just like the real one.
Okay, I'm track. So we're doing the NextGen Acela, and it will be the first project that we're doing that will feature OEM Blue Nami as an option. And of course, we'll still offer TMCC as our standard, but Blue Nami is now an option.
And RJ helped.
So that wraps it up for Thursday at the York Fairgrounds. I did not buy anything. Saw a couple things I think I'm gonna go back for tomorrow morning to purchase. But it was great. I got to meet so many people. That is the most amount of times I've ever been stopped. So if I met you today, sorry I look exhausted. As you saw early in this video, I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm just a little bit out of it, but it was so great to see you guys and put faces to names in the comments. Just hearing you guys like vocally support like how much you love this channel and love these videos, it means the world to me. So I just had some decompression time where I called my girlfriend so I could kind of get back in touch with normal society for a little bit. And now gonna go get some dinner, and then we're gonna head over to the Lower Susquehanna Valley Railroad Club and hang out with some guys and run some damn trains. So let's get to it.
Snowplow.
Good morning from Chris's car. It is day 2 of the York train show, and we are heading our way to the fairground. So Chris wasn't able to come yesterday, so glad he's able to come today.
Day
We're
1
able
for
to
me.
hang out. Yes. We've got the Q&A with the influencer panel today at 11. I'm very much looking forward to that. Chris will be emceeing it with the Q&A. I'm sure somebody will be recording it, or there will be a live stream, so if you're not able to make it, I'll leave a link down in the description for that. So I didn't buy anything yesterday. Obviously Chris wasn't there, so he didn't buy anything yesterday. And I think the goal today is to make sure that neither of us buy anything. Chris didn't even bother bringing cash with him, which is the perfect sign. So yeah, and then we'll grab dinner and then a fun night at Chris's house running trains. So let's make our way to the fairground.
So day 2, we started in the Orange Hall, checking out some of the best booths, I think, at the show, including our friends over at Metka, as well as the Trains booth, Brady's Trains, which brings a huge collection of stuff, as well as Grzybowski's, which brings probably the most diverse collection of stuff, as well as having the biggest booth. So let's enjoy and see what they have brought to the show.
I would.
How you doing, Lyle?
Good morning. Good morning. The truck. Hotel. Then the hotel screwed up there. 1 year, 1 year.
It continues.
Yeah, we were really good.
Film.
Here I am. If you want us to send you an email,
This one came in a big box set, so it's not like a common one where, we often order these and they're around. This one we have a basic by a set, and then we want to break them up because we're looking at $13 set. And this is what we really want to do.
You had a question about
For everybody who told me that veranda isn't spelled with an H, eat it.
I'll do mostly green questions, but we'll open it up, I guess. But you know, I think it's a G right now. Yeah.
Actually, when you do find one, I'm almost suspicious.
Actually, so bad, like.
I'm sure there's like lights that are out there that I've seen.
There's just so much. Yeah.
So that was a fun morning. Walked around the Orange Hall for a little bit, headed over the Red Hall, saw the awesome Railton River Valley layout, and now I'm heading over to the veranda room for the Q&A. So can't wait for that. So I'm gonna do the bad guy here. I've definitely thought about switching scales, but I'm too far into the O-gauge rabbit hole after 20-something years of collecting O-gauge. I have been experimenting with British O-gauge narrow gauge, which I guess is kind of a different scale. But yeah, too far into the hole. But thankfully Third Rail is starting to make some awesome modern O-gauge Amtrak models, which definitely decreases the desire to even think about switching. A wild Chris trains and things in his natural habitat.
So after the Q&A, it was back to the Orange Hall to check out a couple more booths, including Tiny Tim's Trains, Ralph's Trains, who brings all of these awesome custom flat cars with custom loads, back to the Trains booth because there's something that I wanted to see, as well as the Atlas booth.
Shocking. Who's at Ralph's Trains booth? Gonna buy another one. Want to show.
From the Eastern Division, we welcome you to York and wish you an enjoyable day.
seeing you guys. They're looking good. Okay. Yeah, 750 we need the wrong word for it. Yep. Yeah. But if that changes, we'll see what we're putting up. That would have been a stink. Yeah. Can't be. But if you would have done the option on that.
And last but not least, one last trip to the Sunset Models Third Rail Golden Gate Depot booth. They also had this Flying Scotsman on display. Really hoping that they remake that sometime in the near future. And they just had a ton of other awesome models that they've made previously out on display. Really excited for what Jay has planned for the company.
He's got to pick which decade.
I know.
Successful day 2 at the York Train Show. A lot of steps and not a lot of money spent. I picked up a boxcar. Chris picked up a couple of Rail King items, which he'll show off on his channel, I'm sure. Now we're gonna go get some good food and then head over to Chris's to get stuff ready for running trains tonight. Fun time.
He had a lot of really nice detailed
You're good. Oh, you need help? To me, this is why York is so great. It allows us to come together and hang out as friends. And this is always the highlight of any York train show, is just being able to sit around, hang out late into the night, talking about everything you could possibly think of with some of my closest friends in the hobby.
All right, good morning. It is Saturday morning. I am actually heading eastbound on Route 30. I will not be heading back to the train show today, just because I want to get home and back to my bed and my family, horse and buggy. Anyways, it was a great time. That was definitely the most amount of times I've been stopped to say hi to people, which is just amazing. I love being able to meet all of you guys, and, you know, like I said, putting faces to names down in the comments. It really means a lot. So I'm on my way to make a special stop, and then I'm gonna head home, and then we'll take a look at all the things that I picked up while I was in York. So I will catch you guys when I'm back on the island. See, I've made it back to the layout after like a 2-hour detour to Philadelphia to get some donuts and an awesome gluten-free egg sandwich. Anyways, I know I talk about gluten-free too much. I just wanted to show off my mini haul, and we'll run some trains real quick around the layout. So let me flip the camera around. So first, I just wanted to show off a couple of gifts that I was given, which I am extremely thankful for. The first is this RFMP ball cap by my buddy Matt. Everybody knows I kind of love the RFMP. From my buddy Brian, who Van Rail, go check out his Instagram and YouTube. He gifted me this vintage Amtrak first aid box, which is awesome. Now, I'm sorry, I forgot your name, but you came up to me during the, just before the Q&A, but he gifted me a couple of items from his uncle's collection. He worked at Amtrak's Beech Grove maintenance facility. So this awesome mug, as well as a vintage Amtrak name tag, vintage Amtrak pin, as well as this other pin.
and a presentation. This is a VHS tape of the Beech Grove facility from 1999, which is awesome. And thank you, Curtis, for the congratulations card. Just a friendly reminder to everybody, I didn't actually get engaged. Hopefully one day, hopefully somewhat soon. But thank you very much, Curtis, for the gift. Anyways, all right. In terms of the trains, this isn't new, but I did pick it up from Sid. This is a Dapple 1400 tank engine that's been 3-railed in blue Namid. You saw this run on Chris's layout. This will be the subject of next week's video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Now, for the American trains, which is what I'm sure you guys are all really wanting to know what I picked up, I actually only picked up one thing, and that is from the trains.com booth, and it is that Atlas reefer I was showing off earlier in the video, a Borden's Fine Cheese. So let me unbox this real quick. We'll talk about it, and we'll end the video by watching it run around the layout. Trains.com had a great selection of Atlas reefers for sale. I picked up this red, white, and blue Borden's Fine Cheeses reefer car. I love the red, white, and blue paint scheme, but more importantly, both my great-grandfather and my grandfather both worked for Borden's for a period of time in New York, and so I've always wanted something Borden's. I saw it on Thursday, and I was like, oh, I'll save my money in case I find something else. Didn't really find something else. Told myself it was there after the Q&A on Friday, that it was meant to be, and it was still there. So it was meant to be. You know, just typical Atlas, outstanding quality. And it's just a beautiful looking car. Really glad I picked it up, and I have that personal connection to it. So that about wraps it up for today's video. As always, the York Train Show is just an amazing time. Thank you everybody who came up and said hello to me and told me how much they liked the videos. It really means the world to me, and that's what really gives me the motivation to keep going, keep publishing videos. So thank you all very, very much. You know, as cool as the trains are, I think York, more importantly for a lot of us, especially me, is just being able to catch up with friends, both new and old. And there's nothing better than that. And that is why I love going to the York Train Show, and I keep going time and time again. So we'll end the video with running the Borden's reefer with a mixed train. Terrible shot there. But for now, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. And for those of you wondering, yes, I did order the new Acela.